Welcome, mi amigos, to another edition of Capture Age with Friends 2DE. Anyway, yeah, I don't know where to go from that. We've got a game today. One that we played yesterday. It is with Caboose. Caboose. You react like me, man. I shouldn't say that. You did better than me. Wait. Okay. I'm sure that after Feudal Age, I will have higher idle TC time. Anyway, we've got Fresh down here. Looking at him deleting all his walls already like a pro. Brian did that too. Oh yeah, I forgot I said good luck, have fun. On time this time, or relatively on time. I chose the Georgians. Fresh was Spanish. And just for some context, this blue guy over here, Viserna, we played him 2 games prior to this. Or at least 2 or 3 games prior to this. And he castle dropped Fresh. I think he was in this spot and Fresh was down in this spot. And kind of about there, and he like came on the side. Fresh was like looking up here, and he came around town, and Castle dropped him where he wasn't expecting it. Anyway, what do we have here? Oh yeah, see, I told you I'd be high idle TC time, and I'm already like a Vil down. I did not get any of my boards yet. Yeah, so this game was after a couple, and I get really tired when I play. And this game is hard, and I'm like trying to do all the fancy things that you guys do, like pushing in deer, and I got one, so I feel pretty good about it, but you guys always get all of them. Even Brian with the controller is like getting deer better than I do. I actually don't know if you catch deer. You're scouting though. You're scouting all the way out there. But I got one. That was pretty good. And then I realized I should probably get a boar sometime. And then I got my dumb Vils doing dumb things. And then while I'm also trying to lure that in, I'm sending this person out to go get that boar. And then I'm like dying inside because my leg is falling apart for some reason. I kill that thing and then, okay, I just got an idle Vil. But then I got 2 Vils going out to get this boar. I send him back. Oh yeah, because I'm getting housed. And I don't think I have loom. And I just got this cart here thing sitting here doing nothing. But it's okay, right? Look at that. Look how perfectly positioned that is. And I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I still sent that guy randomly out there. But I think I make a mill. Well, I think I wasn't sure what to do. It's so weird. Okay, yeah, Fresh was making a mill. He already had a lumber camp. But, like, I didn't make a lumber camp. I was just trying to have this thing be, like... I don't know why I was deciding to take stragglers. Trying to, like, clear it up for farming, kind of. But it's kind of unnecessary. Like, this is just as efficient as being right here, right? I don't know. I probably should have just sent it over to here. Also, I think this is this totally enclosed 2 stone walls in the trees? Anyway, I'm still trying to get deer. It's kind of random. Blue was scouting Fresh's walls again. He knew that what was coming. Brian doesn't get his deers. I'm still trying to push deer in like I'm trying to do good. And but somehow I have a minute and 7 seconds. So like while all this was going on, my leg started like cramping up. Like Brian and James both can attest. I was physically like screaming on my mic like, ah, my leg's cramping. And then I look and I see that my Vil's dying. And I'm like, oh no. And I'm like trying to move this mule cart around. And then I try to like body block with that guy. Nope, that doesn't work. And then logically, the boar goes right to this guy. And so I garrison people in here, but I garrison the wrong person. And it gets a second guy. And then we eventually kill something. But I had 3 Vils inside of here, and all of them are full health. And none of them were the ones that were being killed. So my leg was cramping. I saved Vils that didn't need saving, and then said, screw the rest, you can die to this boar. And then we're all just going to harvest all the boars. And then we're all going to go get this one sheep. Unless, and then we've got random travelers over there. We got a lumber camp over there. I didn't know if that counts for building. I still don't even have a mill. I don't know what was going on. I thought I sent a guy out here to make a mill. Anyway, it was a show. And I'm 2 vills down. Nobody else is having problems. Okay, yeah, so I guess Brian does have higher idle TC time than me. But that's not saying much. Because you're on a controller, and I don't care what you say, it's harder on a controller. Just execution-wise. Not strategy-wise at all. Execution-wise, it's harder to execute on a controller. But I decided to make another house. I probably was housed again somehow. How could I even be housed? I lost so many vills. I don't know. Fresh is doing freshy things. He's doing fine. He's making awesome. Oh, just why couldn't you move that one more up? One more up, and then you could have been using it for both, just way more efficiently. We got guys there. I'm going around here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to need food to go up to Castle Age eventually at some point. And I'm just going to send all you people around. I don't even know what to do with you. I already took straggler trees. And I make a lumber camp mule cart. And I'm like, I guess I'm going to make another mule cart. Because I'm pretty sure I had plenty of resources. I don't know. Let's look at this. Wood, food. Yeah, I mean, I had plenty of wood. For even more things. Like, even whenever I would get to feudal age. I'm not going to have the food because, you know, obviously everything's all screwed up and I don't have enough vills. But who knows? And then I got guys there I don't know what to do with. Just chop some wood. Just get some more. Just get some more wood. Meanwhile, Brian's scouting. My scout is just doing nothing. Fresh is over here waiting for Blue to come out and play. And he hits Castle Age. And where's your resources? Oh, you're just shy. While you're making your buildings, drop both buildings. And let's see how perfectly timed this is. When does... Oh, you have 2? Oh, yeah, okay. And look at that. Look at that timing. And click up. And click up. And click up. Wait. Oh, it's just behind the vill or something. Yeah, it's just behind the vill. Look at that, man. Well done. Well freaking done. And you're up to Castle Age. And you're up to Castle Age well before Blue? I don't know. But I'm stuck in feudal forever because of obvious reasons. So I'm like, I'm just gonna make a barracks. I'm just gonna do some shit. Sorry for the cursing. And figure out where to go from there. I'm like, I don't know if these lumber camps are good. I've got people literally chopping the mule cart. I guess that's really efficient, right? Oh wait, the mule cart's on this square. And they're chopping that. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. But like these two don't even have to move in it at all. I feel like that's probably very efficient. But I don't know. Now this one is like over here and they're all kind of far. So I feel like you just got to watch it. And it's just kind of annoying to even have to think about. I'll make a stable because I'm like, whatever. And I'm just going to screw around until my other teammates do stuff because I am that screwed. I only have 400 food and everybody's Fresh is already up to Castle Age in 15 seconds and Brian is well ahead of me too. Which I am thankful for. We got Green Scout going around and it's drama. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot. I said a text. What was my text? I had to describe this game. I had to describe it. Drama. Yes, drama. I had leg cramps while losing boars. Intrigue. How will I recover? What is Fresh going to do about Blue's castle drop? Oh, wait. That answer is already answered. Fresh is going to preemptively castle drop. Intrigue. And then fighting. There will be fighting. Let's see if Fresh can avoid the spearmen. And he's going to send his vills to the side. And he's going to run as close to the spearman as he can. And, oh, is the spearman going to see? Oh, spearman. He's going to lure the spearman away. Look at that. Oh, Oh, you built the house, but then didn't build the house. Can you see? Can you see this? Okay, no. He saw the house and then saw the house get deleted. But he cannot see, look how close that is. He cannot see that castle. So nice castle, man. And did I get, oh, I just get wheelbarrow. And I'm trying to get up to castle age, maybe? I'm not sure what I'm trying to do. I made some scouts, and I'm like, well, I'll just try to send some scouts your way. And see if that can help contribute at all. I made 1, 2. I kind of thought about this guy maybe doing something, but he's Celts, so I just ignored him. Which I shouldn't do. I have been rushed by Celts many times, and they normally, it's like man-at-arms, especially if I'm a cav civ. Man-at-arms with some pike in there and some inside of rams, and they just annihilate. But I'm like, Fresh is going to get through this wall. I'm going to go help him. I'm going to fight. And I'm just going to hope that my guy doesn't kill me. And I do click up. All right, see? I'm clicking up. And now we're through the wall. And Blue did not prepare. He was not ready. Fresh already has a conk out. Conked out. And Fresh's scout dies. Then I got a couple more scouts, so we got Fresh in here microwing, we got me microwing. I don't have anything else to pay attention to. Brian and this guy. Oh yeah, Brian's winning that fight. And Blue is going to be royally screwed because he's going to get knocked off of all of his resources. And he does not have any army. Oh, he's got 3 pikemen, which could be fine against the pikes, but you know, it's not really. It's not going to do enough. And did he click up? Yeah, he's already in Castle Age, so he can be dropping TCs. Fresh runs under there. And I get bloodlines because I know I'm going to make some knights. I'm queuing up people. We've got Fresh microwing up top. You know, killing some of Blue's stuff. He sent his guys back home. I just arbitrarily kicked back here, and he starts trying to take me out. To which Fresh is just still doing stuff. I think you're balancing eco and whatnot. I'm just messing with this guy because, you know, in standard Steve Harvey fashion. Oh no, I had 7 vills queued after that. Probably excessive. We got some army from green to try to help him, but two cav archers is not, I mean, it's going to take out my guys, but it's not going to be enough against 4 conks. And I can be a good meat shield there. And yeah, so I think that we made a pretty good push. And then I'm kind of sorting my stuff out. 12 farms is not enough, especially when I'm floating 500 wood. And Brian, though, what are you up to? Oh, 3 TCs, okay. A lot on gold. You only have 9 farms. How much wood you got? Okay, so you're just floating a lot of gold. Just floating a lot of gold. Oh, James is denying another castle. Green's there. Take out his stuff. And yeah, he's going to end up deleting that, I believe. And yeah, so Brian's just got excess gold, but he's got a lot of stone, and he's up to 53 vills, so that's way good. I'm just going to camp this gold over here. And you're still making conks. You're on 2 vills. Okay, you're on 2 TCs. Oh, okay, yeah, you're dealing with eco. You're planting a bunch of farms. Brian's starting to plant some more farms too. He's got farms all around his other TCs. Oh, I sent that guy across to try to make it to this gold, and then he did not make it. I should have just left him here. And I feel like, yeah, Cav Archer, I don't know who would win, a Cav Archer or Conk, but I don't think that Conks would win. And so I get my Knight. I finally get some armor for some sort of upgrade, because I'm like, these guys are just going to be useless if I run into a Cav Archer. So I'm trying to upgrade my Knights, and I haven't seen anything from Light Blue, so I'm just kind of dreading when he actually does turn his attention my way. Meanwhile, Brian's up to a comfortable. You're at 9 just a few minutes ago. You're at 24 now. So yeah, way to turn all that in. Just holy floating golds. 2K gold in there. You know, you could always just like buy some food to load up. You know, if you're short on food, just buy some and then load up your TCs even more, so you aren't losing anything. Up for a game, yes, but casting. Maybe I can finish this in 10 minutes. 26 minutes. I have no idea how late this game goes. But, oh yeah, fresh. 2 mangonels. I didn't even know you had 2 mangonels over here. Okay, he's up. Oh, he's saying he's up to imp. Green is up to imp. We haven't even discovered any of green. We know he's made some cav archers. But that's it. I've got my +2. Brian is no military, but 73 vills. So you're doing what a pocket should do on this map. Arena, as they call it, as the kids call it. You got some monkeys coming, you get in university, and are you thinking you could buy your way to imp at this point for sure and click up. Green is at 74, so you are doing just as good, if not better job of booming than he is. Now, do you have all the eco upgrades? Okay, so you don't have wheelbarrow or handcart yet. With this many farms, having at least wheelbarrow, I think, is the recommended thing. I was going to check and see if he was there. He was not there. Fresh, meanwhile, took out a TC. You discovered his castle. You've got lots of those guys. And he's got skirms, and you should be fine against skirms, right? I still got a dude there. Is he going to try to kill me? I feel like he should just leave me alone. Or did I? Oh, I must have clicked that. Well, that's dumb on my part. Unless you get a hit. Do you get a hit on him? Nope. Let's see. Okay. And, oh, if I could rewind, I actually did something good. I had my knights over here, and I killed several of his vills. He lost 13 vills and eco. So that was some of the 7 kills. Oh, okay. He lost 4 vills. He retreated the rest back, built a defensive castle. So I at least initially delayed what was coming my way. Instead of having a castle on my face, I got one in his base, and that probably actually saved me entirely. Brian is clicked up, but it's behind something. We do have wheelbarrow. And you are making Genoese. So you've got your castle up, making Genoese. I'm like, I should probably get a 3rd TC up eventually. I only have 25 farms, which is not probably enough. But I'm still floating all of the resources. So who the heck knows what I'm doing. I should be spending food and gold probably. Brian still has tons of gold. Fresh, just tons of wood. But yeah, I mean, not too bad. I almost think fresh. Okay, you're low on resources because you just clicked up. So you clicked up. And the question is, are you just making more castles? What's happening? I'm here, and I still have my knights. And I'm thinking about clicking up. Do I click up? I don't honestly remember. But I see his castle here, and I know that I remember thinking about it. Meanwhile, Fresh deciding to go with the very forward castle, and seeing some of Green's trebs, seeing some step lancers, and canceling that castle. Okay, so you did cancel it. I did discover that castle, and I started to move all my horsey guys over to there, and I decided to go up to Imp with my excessive resources. And Ryan is raking in the resources. I keep clicking it. But yeah, you got tons. Time to spend them. Fresh has got... Oh, nice. Man, I always feel like mango shots should feel better than that. But it didn't. And the Keshiks. Nice. Way to go through the choke. Green is there. I don't know why I sent half of my army away. I think I was going to try to help somehow. Nope, just passing. Yeah, I think at this point Fresh was maybe calling for help. He saw skirms and a bunch of cav. I decided to delete this so I didn't have to send all my vills out to go around. So I delete that wall, send all my vills through, and he's got one castle there. I'm like, okay, I'm about to hit imp, and he's already an imp, but it's probably gonna be fine, right? No, I think is the answer. And sorry, I was just reading your guys' texts. So green's helping out blue. Blue's finally getting up some castles. Is blue's still in cat? Oh man, look at blue's score. Yeah, he was pretty dead. 28 vills. You know, I didn't even realize he was down to 28. Yeah, he was really dead. All right, Fresh, that was good. That was good. And you have ballistics for your tower, which is super helpful. You know, thinking ahead to get that. Plus you've got, did you get all the archer upgrades too? Yeah. Wait, no, you're not green. We're over here. You're red. You have one. Okay, you got Fletching, not Bodkin. But you're still, we're hitting a bunch of the guys there. And got one Treb there. We kind of fought, but didn't fight. You're making some army behind. And here's where I'm getting screwed. And I'm like, Brian, if you are able to help me, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm about to lose the castle that I just put up. I did not get any Trebs out. I'm pretty sure I was housed. I'm housed again. I'm trying to get in here and kill some of these guys before they get me. And then right behind, he sends in a bunch of people. Oh, do I get anything? Okay, I got one. I'm like, oh, screw this. This is not good. Not good. I'm like, he's just blindly sending people. How bad could it be? It can be bad. It can be bad, folks. So I'm like, I gotta get another castle up so I can get some Trebs. I have to have some sort of support. And then Brian's like, I'll come drop castles. And the cavalry, and by cavalry I mean archery, arrives. We got some dudes coming here. Brian's got resources. He's got army. He's got a whole wad of army right there. I think that he may have been... Okay, yeah, so you started heading out towards them with your massive, and then you switched. You were going to go out and help Fresh. But I think we can all agree that I was about to die. If that first castle was actually on my face, I think I already would be dead. But he did castle creep forward, and he's starting to take out my other castle. And I'm trying to get Trebs out so I can push back a little bit. Brian got all of these guys, and it clears up all these pikes for me. And it is so freaking nice to not have to worry about that. They just get mowed down so easily. Now I'm still trying to send guys out, while also fight. And I try to lure them back to Brian. And then... yeah, we got 20 Genoese, 35 Arbs, and we start to push this back. Meanwhile, Fresh's castle gets completely taken out by Green, and Green is making his push. You've only got 10 conks. So what were you doing? Just mass eco? Yeah, look at that. 46 farms, 112 vills, and you get that down just in time, like just freaking in the neck time. And then you're also dropping 7 stables. 7 stables, 2 more, and you're gonna go full siege too, I imagine. Meanwhile, Brian comes with his Trebs. I'm finally getting Trebs out of mine. I'm trying to keep my castle up. This castle's getting pushed down. He's trying to get all those though. And I still have, you know, a hole in my freaking wall. And he came all the way in. I built one of those things that was useless. I'm pretty sure I sent you some guys, but instead of Brian coming over, instead of him coming in and raiding my entire eco, which he probably still should have done, he stayed out, and Brian's Trebs with my Trebs and this freaking ball of military just annihilated. And then Brian's like, oh yeah, I'll just produce, you know, 4 bombard cannons out of nowhere. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? In there's nothing this Celts player had. Meanwhile, on the other side, Green is freaking lighting it up. James just built all this stuff, and he's got arbs galore. And Fresh is trying to use all of his food. You got 40 Hussar in queue. Holy smokes, yeah. And you're like, I gotta make even more production buildings. Do you have conscription? It's not something I looked for, but you can try to see. You're teching into Bodkin and Elite Skirm. Trying to get something to counter all of these guys. And you're making houses. Meanwhile, the push continues. I move my army forward. Brian's still got all of his bombard cannons, and I decide, oh yeah, I should probably try to get my Vil count up to at least where you guys are at. So I put 21 Vils in queue, and I hope that they do something when they end. I still have one Treb alive, but look at this. 4 bombards and 2 Trebs. I mean, we're just gonna annihilate everything. You just completely shred here. Is he still? Oh, he's at Long Swordsman. So he's only at Long Swordsman anyway. It's not even like he teched into Two-Handed Swordsman or Champion. And I'm like, okay, well, time for me to try to expand too. And Fresh has built up quite the base of army outside of his base. Oh, but Green is trying to get around, trying to harass. Look at him being sneaky. Fresh panic houses. Love to see it. Love to see the lumber camps, and you got a bunch of Trebs on your face. And probably a mistake from Green not to have all these right here. If he had all of his army together, he doesn't lose any Trebs here. I don't even know if you get any Trebs here, but I don't think he loses any if he has all of his army right here. He also accidentally runs straight under Brian's stuff. And look at all those guys that get slaughtered. Okay, yeah, so you end up taking out 2 Trebs at least. And he gets the castle, but he would have annihilated all of your army if he had these people with him. I don't know how many it was when I circled it before, but that's 23. But the problem was that, oh, and then Brian comes over here and he annihilates all of these guys. 40, 18, 21. Oh yeah, there's no way. Just let him shoot, let him shoot. Free the beast. I get up to Imp, I get Cavalier, and I'm just like, I gotta queue something that's gonna try to help. And yeah, you just take everything out. I mean, he's got a bunch of skirms in here randomly around, but it's nothing of real consequence. And Brian opened up the door for me. Now I'm like, well, we're just gonna make the best of what we have. Meanwhile, Fresh, building another defensive castle. You're still, it's nice that you just at least have all these production buildings out here to like bother him. And you're making skirms. I mean, you're also making the right counter. So you switched into skirms. You've got, what, 8 right here. 8 production buildings right there. And here's what I said during the game. I was just trying to mass my guys. But it's just, these bombards are just slowly getting into everything. And for some reason he was making, you know, long swordsmen still instead of pike. But yeah, your bombards are like, yeah, I'll just take everything out. Brian was like, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just gonna leave these here and I'm gonna go micro everywhere else. And there was actually kind of some trouble here. Green is massing up skirms. You're taking out his little forward production base. You, I think, were probably trying to go for that gold. And at some point you were running in, oh, no, okay, yeah, you're going for a castle. Sure, my army's dying, but I'm just gonna drop a castle right here. That seems like something I would do. Your bombards are taking stuff out. I'm trying to help them not die if I can help it. And we start taking out Cyan completely. So with Cyan basically out of the picture, Blue was out of the picture, but he has boomed up to 59. Green's still at 121. And Brian's lost some Vils, but you still have this base going up. You have had to fight, and I did send some Cavalier here to help take out these skirms. And Fresh comes in with the rest of the light cav to help take that out. So We get that cleared up, you're going to get your castle up. And the siege just lays waste to everything. And Cyan's going to be completely out of it. He's got nothing. This is over top of all of Green's production buildings, so any skirms that are going to come out of here are going to die. And it's super effective. Meanwhile, though, Blue has actually started to make somewhat of a difference. He's Portuguese, he's making pikes, so it's not like he's doing great, but, you know, he's getting back up there. I mean, actually, that farm count is starting to look... I mean, 28 is like starting to be respectable again after getting slaughtered down so much. Meanwhile, Cyan's completely toast. And the real fight is here. And it's Green, but you've got so many skirms and still so many Genoese. How many Genoese you got? 32. Wait, 32 in Q. 14. But you're pop capped, I imagine. And I'm sure Genoese get bonus damage against the Cav archers. Pike is not the thing to make against any of what is here, seeing as they die to both skirm and archers. Not sure what the plan was there, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna stick with Brian brings his guys over, and time for me to shift over here now that I know that we got all that cleared up. His base is empty. Empty. What we got here? 835. James is saying he's ready. And it's just a mess. And I'm like, well, I might as well drop a castle here. We take out this guy completely. He does get a market up. I'm not sure what the point of the market is. And I start just attacking the gate. And I see him building a castle, and I'm like, yeah, we'll just leave it. And I think I get one trab coming over. I'm pretty sure how many idols I got. A bunch of idols there. Okay, I don't have too many idols yet. Meanwhile, alright, we cleared up all of Green's buildings. You're swinging all your siege over, and that's really what needs to happen. We got a castle here on his face, or on the front side. We got his castle there is going to go down. You got that over the other extra resources. So as long as we're claiming all the extra stuff, which it looks like we are, we're going to be fine. I get one treb, and we're just testing to see where his limits are. Green's massing up what army he has, but it's all going to be too little too late. And Fresh deciding to go in for the raid. Is Green going to pay attention? Nope. No reaction to that. It's too much going on for him. He's trying to save his castle. His castle went down in the time that it took set 12 villagers to die. This 3v1 shit ain't working for him. Well, you kind of let the other two guys die first, and then, you know what? It's not like you came over here and rescued this guy. I have so many idle military, I'm just sitting here. I should have sent some people over here earlier. Green can't be too mad, because he just sat back and boomed for freaking ever. And Blue died. He did kind of help Blue, but not nearly enough. And then when Brian saved me over here, we annihilated Blue together. Cyan together. So we had dark blue rebooming, Cyan getting annihilated, and Green just still kind of chilling. I guess Green did push into Fresh, but Fresh played such a good defense. You had so many of your buildings out. You had such a buffer of buildings. Just the sheer number of buildings between you and, or between your eco and the enemy, that just took too long for him to get to you. So you always had that available to you. And yeah, we start moving, and I'm like, I guess I should probably do something with all this military. But I didn't even know where to attack, and they're all quit except for Dark Blue, who I don't know what his problem is, but then he quits. And Brian, most created. Arbalister. Nice job. I ended up with 73 cav. Fresh with 67 paladin in queue. Damn. Couple bombards. 7 bombard cannons. 2 trebs. I mean, really, the addition of the siege is just... Once you get your ball of archers, and then you just having that killer ball of siege with it is so nice. Like, you can just... like you did. You just plowed through all the buildings that were there. It takes no time at all. Bombard cannons are so great. And that was really well played. Really well. Brian saved me when I was dying. I mean, I was really having a hard time against Cyan. We made a good push on dark blue. Fresh pushed all the way into here, set him back completely, and then played defense against green. And yeah, just super clutch game all around. We all had good moments. And yeah. So let's see what we got. Some stats. We got great KD from Caboose. Kills KD from Fresh is a 1.0, and I had a great KD as well because once my guys were created, there was nothing to kill him. But it just took me too long. I was pretty slow to get my roll going. Economy was terrible for me, good for everybody else, except dark blue. He sucked. Yeah, Cyan and I, we were pretty much on the same level. It could have gone either way. If I did not stop Cyan's early castle, he would have pushed into my base and I would have been toast before Brian could have made it over to me. I do believe. And then castle times, Fresh with the nice castle time. Significantly better than dark blue. I don't even know how he got the drop on you the first time. But you were definitely ready for it this time. And great job. Great job, guys. Alrighty. I will catch you later. Bye.